What's good, YouTube? Welcome to the JR Experience. Hey, I'm here. I'm back giving you episode 2 review of the Basketball Wives, the 5th season. It came on past Monday. I wasn't coming at y'all yesterday and give you a review. Couldn't do it. So, boom, here I am this afternoon giving y'all this review. Let's shoot the shit. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk like I'm in your house right now. And we just chit-chatting. Okay, that's how we're going to do this thing. We're going to talk about Miss Evelyn first. Evelyn introduced us to Miss Tasha. We finally got a chance to see Miss Tasha Mulberry. They were sitting down, talking and lounging and walking around. They were just sitting around talking and shooting the shit themselves about their lives and things like that. Evelyn chit-chatting to her about Chad and her issues and her book and Evelyn's still crying and still whining and stuff. I know she's going through a lot, but I'm getting kind of tired of her crying. I've seen enough tears. We talked about this. I talked about this last week. They did a whole show on her last week, the whole hour, and it was unnecessary. I'm gonna give Evelyn 5 minutes of crying time. That's what I need. About 5 minutes. Give her crying time for 5 minutes, and then we move on. We just move on. Okay? We know you're hurting, but I can't deal with it for too long. Okay, you be crying to everybody. The mailman, I think the mailman knocked at the door and you started crying to him. I said, Lord Jesus. I don't know if y'all caught that. That was in another episode, but but she's just doing it too much. A little bit too much for me. Okay, give her crying time. 5 minutes. That's all she gets. But what we learned about Miss Tasha, Mrs. Mulberry, she's still a stay-at-home. I don't know. I guess stay-at-home mom. She wants to have some type of celebrity weave type thing and do sew-ins. And they're like, oh, well, you have to get in touch with Tammy, But before we get to Miss Tammy, because Tammy was killing me this whole episode, I was laughing so much for Tammy because, she was just stirring the pot. She really was. So, but we learned about Miss Tasha Mulberry is that, I guess she got into it. Well, not got into it. I guess in Evelyn's book, she talks about a couple where the man was cheating on the wife with none other than the chef. That's some cold stuff. You getting fed and you getting fed. You feel what I'm saying? You getting fed in the bedroom and you getting fed at the kitchen table. The man was getting dessert twice a day. That's cold blooded. That's cold blooded right there. How true it is, all right, we'll soon find out. I think she pretty much, she really didn't admit to it. She said, we're all right. That's pretty much said, we're good. We're good. So, I don't know if she's saying we're good. Was this her and Evelyn were cool? But, Evelyn was straight up with her, told her that, she put that in the book. But she didn't mean no disrespect. She's wanted her book to be juicy. Yeah, it was a little shady, putting my business. You put somebody's business in a book, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. But she didn't pop off on Evelyn. They were all good. Now, let's talk about Miss Tammy when Evelyn got in touch with her and said, hey, we want you to meet Tasha Mulberry and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And, Tammy was like, okay. And Tammy don't want to meet no new people. She don't want to have to put them paws on them because every season Tammy gets introduced to somebody, she popping off on them. Like she did old girl last season when they were out there in Tahiti, wherever the hell they were. And she just doesn't want to do that no more. But Tammy was cool with it. She was cool with it. She sat down with Susie and her new face and her new look. Susie, I guess, going through some type of midlife crisis, some type of bullshit with the girls. When she went on that hike with Evelyn, just didn't know what to do with her life. I guess, she's trying to find a new Mandingo warrior to fund her world. And it just ain't popping off. The girl trying to go to UTI, trying to go, what's that school that Little Romeo always promoting ICDC college. Maybe that's what you can do, Susie. Go to ICDC, get an orientation from Little Romeo, and see what he could hook you up with. Because it seems like you need something to do. So go get into that. But moving along, they sitting down for a couple of drinks and they chit chat, and Tammy's talking to Susie and they're talking about this meet and greet. And they're like, okay, well, let me, I'll fill you in about the Tasha thing. So you're gonna be my guest and all this jazz. So Tammy goes on to say, talks, little gossip and tells her about what's in Evelyn's book and talking about the maid situation, and then wants Susie at the table to ask the question, act all dumb and naive and shit about this situation, which we later on see, which is that was kind of wrong. Tammy seemed like Tammy felt some type of way. She didn't really feel bad for the girl. She said she felt bad for the situation if that happened about her getting cheated on, but Tammy was like, why do you feel bad? But she just she's getting caught up about nothing. She was worried about having to put these paws on a girl that she haven't met. She didn't know how she's gonna be, how she's gonna react to her, how and all that type of stuff. Where she just get introduced and let things be. And but let's fast forward to the dinner. They have the little meet and greet. Tammy comes in there, takes off her shoes. It's like, oh, and she hits me with this line right here, which just I tell you, I love this. Because Tammy, she just has no shame. She drinks beer out of a wine glass, and she has to have that beer. She let you know when she went into that kitchen and asked, I know this is a champagne household, but do you have any Bud Light? When I tell you, I laughed. That was so funny to me. I know this is a champagne household, but do you have any Bud Light? She was just being shady. Just, that's just Tammy being Tammy, and it was just funny as hell to me, which I just love. And she finally got her a beer, and had a couple of beers, but everybody was drinking champagne, and had her. And if everybody had clinking have a glass, little wine glass. You got Tammy with a beer mug. That's Tammy. That's Tammy. But everybody seemed to get along. Tammy, guys seemed like she got along with Tasha pretty good. At the table talking about the hair stuff. She said, oh, you know what? And she said in the confessional, I'm just going to not make her my enemy. I'm going to make her make an alliance with her. And that's what you should do. And try to make you a couple of coins, make you a little money. And that's what everybody got along. And then they left us on a little cliffhanger with Susie went ahead and asked the question, so is it true about the chef situation? And then you got Tasha like, what do you think? Okay, well, we'll find out. Then I thought that was kind of wrong. And when you just first meet somebody, you know something about them, you just don't do that. You just don't do that. It's a lot of times that's how you get your head knocked off. You get your head knocked off just meeting a person and asking somebody that type of personal question. But we'll find out next week what's popping off. It'll be interesting to see about this fight. Like I said, we know last week we know Susie gonna get into it with Miss Tasha. We know Tammy about to get it popping on. With Shani, and so Shani wants to be heard. Tammy wants to be heard. We know Tammy has to start a fight every season, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode 2. What y'all think about to transpire in the next weeks, and leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Check out my other videos. I want y'all to hit that like button. I want you guys to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time watching me. Check out my review last week's show. And check out my review for the VMAs that came this past Sunday night. Miley's train wreck. Miley. But check it out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Make sure you comment. I will holla at you later. See ya.